A combination of creativity and technology is helping people who have debilitating disease, ALS, to live as independently as possible.
And it's all because of one man refusing to allow the disease to take over his life. So we did something about it. Fox 5's Stacey Delicat brings us this incredible big idea from outside of Boston.
At first look, there's nothing remarkable about this bedroom with its family photos, collection of DVDs, and sports memorabilia. It's who lives here that makes it so extraordinary.
Welcome to my home.
Steve Sailing is 48 years old and has been living with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, for 10 years. The disease cripples the body, but not the mind.
To understand what it is like to have ALS, lay down and have someone tie a 50-pound weight to each foot and each hand. You will try like hell to move, but you just don't make any progress.
Steve can move his head very subtly, but that's it. Most people in his condition wind up in traditional nursing homes, immobile and completely dependent. But after his diagnosis, Steve, an architect, was determined to avoid that fate. So he designed the place where he and 19 others now live, the ALS residents at the Leonard Florence Center for Living outside of Boston.
This is not nursing home with residential trappings. It is my home that happens to provide skilled nursing services.
If you look closely, you'll see a tiny dot on the bridge of Steve's glasses. It acts like a computer mouse, and a camera attached to Steve's wheelchair can read its movements and translate them to his computer screen. It's how he speaks and navigates around the house.
I can open my door, control the lights, the window shade, the thermostat, the TV, and home theater, and any electrical device anywhere in the room.
Nothing about the residence looks remarkably high-tech, but in fact there are wires running through the walls and the ceilings. There are sensors all over, tools that enable the residents here to have a kind of independence they wouldn't have anywhere else. In fact, all of the technological components here are off the shelf. Anyone can buy them. The system is called Peak, and under Steve's direction, it's been implemented according to the ALS residents' needs.
Once I'm up and dressed, I can open the door, roll out of my house, call for the elevator, come downstairs, go out, do what I want.
Mike Robbins of Staten Island is one of Steve's housemates. He's had ALS for 20 years, but in the last few years lost use of his arms and legs. He's fortunate to still be able to speak and uses a mouth stylus to operate the Peak system.
I'll be honest, if I was still home or in a regular nursing home, I think I'd rather just, go to sleep one night and not wake up.
Then there's Patrick O'Brien, a 41-year-old filmmaker who chronicled his decline in an award-winning documentary, Trans Fatty Lives.
At 2:30, I find out if I have ALS.
Now he can communicate only through an eyebrow. He's also on a ventilator, which under almost any other circumstance would confine him to a bed in a hospital-like nursing home. It's where he was until he got a spot here 2 years ago. Now he's not only up and out of bed every day, he's even been to Disney World. How has being here changed your life?
This place is all about living. If not for the Leonard Florence Center for Living, it is very unlikely I would be here giving this interview.
What Steve has accomplished using his eyes only has helped all these other individuals live a very meaningful, dignified life.
Barry Berman is the CEO of the Chelsea Jewish Foundation, the parent nonprofit of the Leonard Florence Center and Steve Sailing residence.
It's the only place in the world that we know of that has this level of service and care for an individual with ALS. What keeps me awake at night and what saddens me daily is that we could fill this entire building with individuals who have ALS and similar neurological diseases.
According to the ALS Association, an average of 15 Americans are newly diagnosed with ALS daily, more than 5,600 people a year. But there are only 20 spots here, all funded by Medicaid and generous donors. Does it cost the individuals anything?
The individuals pay nothing.
Berman believes this model could and should be replicated throughout the world, but most ALS donations go to researching a cure.
I hope I live long enough to see a day when this disease is cured, but I think there has to be a balance of spending money and resources on research, but also caring for individuals that are living this nightmare every single day.
There's a motto on the screen of Steve's computer that he looks at with almost every move he makes. Until medicine proves otherwise, technology is the cure.
There is a big difference between being kept alive and living a life. The ALS residence is the only place in the world that I know of that provides the opportunity for people with ALS to reclaim their life and to live it to the fullest.
Stacey Delicat, Fox 5 News.